Thank you very much. And good morning. CLS, as we said before, is a company that have existed some time now, from 2006. We were noted on the stock exchange in 2009, and it was based on a research in Lund University from a professor who started the company together with me in 2006. And we have today our headquarters in Lund, but also offices in Germany and in USA. And it was based on the first step that we took. It is a method that is called IMILT, a method that I will go in further on what it is. It is generating an antigen that triggers the immune defense, and it gives us a possibility to treat the tumors that we are doing through the laser. The system itself is called TRANBAI, and it's a thermal therapy system. We use fibers and lasers to treat the tumors. I will come back to that situation. And the new step for us is that we have now also the possibilities to treat thermal therapy solutions with image-guided ablation. And this means that it's only to ablate, to take away the tumor. We do not generate any immune defense in this case. What we are doing here is that we are able to give the clinicians a very good system, and easy to use, and have a very high precision. For the patient, it's a gentle system, and it's very efficient. And for the hospital, of course, it's a lower cost, and also for the world, it's a possibility to have a good health economy. The product itself is the same if we use IMILT or if we use the image-guided area. It's a laser unit. It's a fiber that we put into the tumor. And we have two types of fibers. One is what we call a diffuser fiber, and the other one is a radial fiber. The diffuser fiber is a fiber that we have developed ourselves through buying a German company. And this is an area that have given us the possibilities to treat bigger tumors, because that's always a problem itself. We have a CE mark. We have a 510K clearance, which means we can sell in USA, which we are doing, and we can sell in Europe with this situation. So we are quite fortunate in this area. If we look at what we need to do now, is clearly that when it comes to the workflow for the clinician, it's very important that it's not 5 different companies that is delivering the material. We have the ambition to see to that we come into a situation where we will deliver one part, and the big company like Siemens will deliver the other part, which is an MR. And this means that we are missing today the one on the left side, the MR thermometric, and that is something that we will generate together with a company in France. And we hope that in the middle of 2019 we will have a full package that we can deliver to the clinic. And here you can see the possibilities to have the MR thermometry, and also our possibilities to deliver our unit and our disposables. Together with the navigation area, gives us a possibility to offer to the clinic the full package and the full range. This means that we target the tumor through an MR, which is the best probably today possibility to use this guidance. The second part is you need some type of stereotaxy, let's say a frame where you can put the fiber and exactly put the fiber where you need it into the tumor. And the third area is to deliver the energy. It means that we have a targeting, we have the instrument navigation and position, we deliver the energy, and we have the ablation in the end, which is a possibility and a needed possibility for the client, for the clinician, to see to that he has a full workflow in his clinic. It reduces the side effect, and it's also shorten the recovery time, which we have seen when we work with this. So what we are doing today is we have the Tranberg system, which we work with in the area of immune stimulation, IMILT. The second part is that we have made an agreement with IGT in France to deliver let's say a software to be able to offer the clinic the whole range. It means that the software will, together with our equipment, give the possibility to see to that the whole area is covered. The third area is that we have made an agreement with a company in USA called MRI. They are very active in neuro and in spine. And this is something that we will do together with them. We will go into a new area, which is a neuro and spine area, and we hope that this will be launched during 2020, because that has a development area in itself. MRI is a company that is quite good in the area of neuro. They are strong there, but they have a stereotaxy, and we will deliver the treatment for the stereotaxy. So that together we will be a strong partner in this area. And the fourth thing is an agreement that we have made, an MOU, with Exact Imaging. Exact Imaging is the alternative to MRI. Because in MR you can see very well the position of the tumor. But in ultrasound generally it's quite difficult to see exact where the tumor is, and it's difficult to guide with ultrasound. So what Exact Imaging have done, they have done a special way of this type of ultrasound. It's called micro ultrasound, which has a possibility or treatment of prostate. And together with Exact, we will also offer the total possibility for the clinic to not only, as they have today, possibility to take biopsies, but also to have a full treatment, which is important. When it comes to the application, IMILT has two areas. It's pancreatic area and it's skin or malignant melanoma. In image-guided thermal ablation, which also called FLA, we have prostate, neuro and spine. This is the areas where we are active at the moment and where we want to go. If you look at IMILT, that I said before, is a main part where we started once in our life. It means that we are putting a fiber into the tumor. I don't know if this works. It does. We are putting a fiber in the tumor and heat it to 46 degrees during 30 minutes. Meanwhile, let's say it takes a week for the tumor to die. But meanwhile it's dying, it's generating an antigen that triggers the immune defense and are putting that into T cells. And T cells are programmed to, they go to the blood and they are programmed to kill the distant tumors, which is the metastasis in this case. This is a principle of what we are doing and in IMILT. And if you look at what we have done until now, we had a grant from Horizon 2020 of 2.1 million euros to finalize these studies. And we can see of the 7 patients that we have done in the pancreatic area, we have a survival of 17 months, which is quite a long time if you compare to a normal treatment that gives you a general survival time of between 6 to 9 months. And this is a very interesting case, and this is something that we now are delivering a report to the common market in the end of this month. And we hope also that this will also generate an interest for this treatment among the doctors. If you go to FLA, as I said before, it's the same type of equipment that they are using. We are using a higher temperature and we are using a shorter time. It means that the only ambition we have here is to kill the tumor, to take it away. It's used especially when it goes to prostate cancer. And we have in USA a clinic where we are working as a standard treatment for their patients in the prostate area. What we are now possible to do is that we have a technology that gives us a very easy used MR guidance. We have a small, powerful mobile laser. And we have a portfolio, as I said, of laser applications. And together with the MR thermometry, we will be able to offer the full range of what is needed in this situation. As I said before, the development with exact imaging is an interesting case because it gives a possibility for a urologist to be able to really handle the situation without using MR, because MR is very, very expensive, and not all of them has a possibility to be able to use this MR. So the alternative is this exact view that, as I said before, is a possibility to get a much better picture of where you are and what you want to do, and also to see the possibilities of the range of the temperature. Normally this is used for biopsies also, but now we are adding a value to this possibility. We are adding a treatment value, so the clinician can use it also in his treatment, which is very important. As I said before, what we have done until now when it comes to IMILT, the immune defense, is that we have made studies in the pancreatic area. We have made it in Marseille and in Porto, and we have made breast cancer in Nottingham. And as I said before, the result of this have been very positive, and that's something that we are very proud of. Even if in breast cancer you have to be aware of that today's use and today's possibility to treat breast cancer is quite good, and you reach almost 90% of a success when you treat breast cancer. It's of course very difficult for us to say we are as good or better as this. We have to do this in 10 years to be able to prove that. But what we have done in Nottingham is that the treated patients there have, one of them had been free of cancer for 2 years now, and this proved that it's very good and very positive. And the other case we have is that we are now making malignant melanoma, skin cancer, in Stockholm, in Karolinska. And what is interesting in this case is that we have a combination of their standard treatment, which is PD-1, pharma, and our method. And this combination, I believe, very much will be a possibility for us in the future. We have seen that we have a stable and usable possibility to handle our treatment method. And we have also possibilities of treat very severe diseases. And we have a patient outcome and survival that is very good for us. In this case, I can say we have totally treated around 20 patients with the new equipment, but previously we can add another 70 patients that is treated with the same type of method. Ongoing treatments, if you jump to the FLA area, that doesn't give the type of immune defense that we were talking about earlier, is that we are making a study in Toronto. And what is nice with this study is that normally you have great difficulties of having patients, because we have now for 2 years been looking for the patients, and only one place is Marseille in France, who has fulfilled their quota of the 5 patients they should do. Here you can see that they have made 12 patients until today for nearly around half a year, which is really impressive. And they will make another 4 before the end of the year. So this is a very good thing for us, where we can see how we are treating this type of early prostate cancer and what is the effect of it. We can use that when we would like to have reimbursement in this case. When it goes to commercialization, we are working in US and Canada, and we are especially working together with MRI. And as I said before, MRIs, we have made 2 agreements with MRI. And one is an agreement where we are going to make a joint development so that we can treat neuro and spine together. And the other agreement is even better, I would say. It's a possibility of a distribution agreement where we get 20 salespersons in USA at the moment to sell for us, to sell our previous products. And this is something that is very good for us in this situation. Indications in the USA and Canada is prostate, neurospine, and also, of course, IMILT. In Europe, it's more difficult because there you have not come that far with the FLA situation. So what we are doing there is we focus on focal laser ablation and IMILT, which means it's prostate. We have a sales organization in Germany, and we are now looking into the possibilities of doing a sales organization together with our partners, which are MRI and also Exact Imaging in Europe, to have a strong organization there. We are talking about prostate, pancreatic, and malignant melanoma or skin cancer. In the rest of the world, we are now, let's say, on hold. We would like to have the portfolio ready in USA and in Europe. Once we have it, we will take the next step to go out in the world, in the rest of the world. You can know that this image-guided treatment that I'm talking about, both when it comes to MRI, when it comes to MRUs, and it comes to this micro-ultrasound, in combination with treatment, because what one did before is very much to have a possibility of not only use the treatment, but also use it as a biopsy possibility. This image-guided treatment will reach around $5.4 billion in 2024, which is a huge amount of money. So this is a very interesting area. If you look at our market, we can say that our market is estimated when it comes to IMILT, the immune defense area, initially on 1,200 million euros. And the areas that we are working with now is malignant melanoma, skin, pancreatic cancer, liver, kidney, lung, and breast. These are the areas that we will work with when it comes to our immune defense. If you look at the market where you have image-guided laser ablation, this is a little smaller, but we are focusing on USA and Canada. And the area where we are working there is in prostate and neuro. So these are the areas that we are now focusing in our work today. If you look at a situation of what we want to do, our ambition for the 2018-19 is that we will build an organization of sales people in USA. This is already done by the agreement with MRI. We have 20 people working today together with us in US. We want to build an organization in Europe also, and this organization will be built together with our partners, where we can see that our portfolio is much bigger now than it was before. And our ambition was also to develop the business area, which we have done by having the software agreement with the French company IGT, and also the complete offer of MR-guided treatment. And as I said also, the fusion imaging is also important for us, where we would like to combine the biopsy that we have today with the possibility of treatment. And this is a very interesting area. If you continue then to the clinical development, we have a plan, of course, to execute a possibility in the area of IMILT. We have seen very positive effect of our studies, and we are now looking to analyze what is happening and how we want to go further on when it comes to this area. So this is a full package that I have to give you today. And we are looking forward to a future that looks quite bright for us in case of the possibility to use laser in treatment of solid cancer tumors. Thank you.
Thank you, Lars-Erik. So it would seem that you have had quite a busy time since you were with BioStock the last time. I think it was early fall you were here. What would you yourself consider to be the most important development for you at this point?
Well, we can say what happened there was that we saw we got from the clinic clear indications that what we offer them today was a fiber. That was a very good fiber, of course. But you can say that you offer one part out of four. And that means that that was not so easy to say. We are selling it today. We are selling our fiber, that's for sure. But the clinic said you have to sell the package. So you have to arrange it. We are missing one puzzle in that package, and that is the software. So the agreement with IGT in France is the first step, and that's very important for us. So that's a main part, as I say, in this case. But also, as I said before, there are the other case when it comes to MRI, which is a company in USA. Two parts of them is that we are going into a new area, which is neuro and spine. We are not experts, but they are, so we hope very much for them. And the second agreement with MRI was also important. It was that it generated 20 new salespersons for us in USA, which was fantastic. It is fantastic. Yeah. Now we are in the step of educating these people to see to that they are fully equipped to sell our products. And the fourth area, as I said before, is the possibility to work together with exact imaging in the area there where you can really see to that you offer something to the main doctors working in the urology area. They normally don't have an MR situation. So this is an offer that really can be good. And I will also stress that for me, I would say that our studies that shows that we have a survival of around 17 months in IMILT is of course a fantastic situation. And I believe that it's not only in pancreatic cancer. This is a possibility for a lot of other indications.
And then strengthening the sales force, like you said, in the US, and also then being able to present these strong study results. When do you expect the full impact from these advantages?
That's a very tricky question to answer. It's always difficult, and I've been here for 11 years now. I know how difficult it is. I would say that we take it step by step. I believe that we will have a very great possibility of improving the sales of IMILT, but also the possibilities to sell the FLA area will be very positive in let's say, after the middle of next year. Okay. Then we can start that. And the third area, which is the MRI situation with the neuro and spine, will probably come in 2020. So that's our time schedule.
Okay. We're running a bit short of time, but we're looking forward to further progress. Thank you very much, Lars-Erik.
Thank you.